On your gas, your electric, your water, all your utilities, that sort of thing.
Just a napkin, yeah, and some water, so that's how that's with.
Saving money by making sure that you use your food. You're not wasting it.
Maybe even grow so like a potato sack if you've got any kind of outdoor space or a windowsill. There's something for you.
We love recycling, guys. We all love to recycle.
The dishwasher is much more environmentally friendly, uses less water, heat, and money.
So today we have come along to Ashington Eco Fair, the first of its kind, I believe, run by Ashington Town Council. So let's go inside and find out a bit more. This is the first Ashington Eco Fair to encourage residents to become carbon aware. Well, it certainly looks busy. It's just been set up about half an hour ago, so people are just starting to arrive. But it is turning into quite a busy hubbub of stalls and activities. So let's see what's going on.
It's been really good. We've had a fantastic turnout so far, and we've really enjoyed just speaking to people about the Hirst Master Plan. It's a plan that the County Council have been working with partners Advanced and Benicia Homes in relation to how we could work with local residents in the Hirst about making it a better place to live. A lot of this is like from previous conversations we've had in consultations, so we just want to make sure that we got the message right. And as the master plan evolves, we just want to keep speaking to local residents to making sure that what we do is what they want to see happen as well. So it's just about speaking to people and getting their views.
It sounds like a good plan to me.
Thank you.
Thank you. So look at this. So this was somebody's curtains originally then. Fabulous. This would make a nice little peg bag, wouldn't it? A nice little peg bag. I like this, yeah.
Reusable dish cloth so you don't have to buy. So
that's a great idea, that, because honestly there's so much waste with like your scourers and things like that.
These are crochet circles which are reusable makeup removal pads.
Oh, that's a great idea.
So they're just, instead of having your plastic removable, take your makeup off, you can use those.
These are cushion covers that can be made into a tote bag, no bother.
That is a lovely colour.
I've been sewing buttons on this one because the buttons had fallen off. And then I had this bag, which I would have just thrown away because the handles came off, and I've just stitched the handles back on.
So I'm here at the Eco Fair as the HSE specialist, so talking about sustainability. The Ashington AkzoNobel factory is the most advanced and the most sustainable paint factory on the planet. And a lot of people don't know that. It's based right here on my doorstep. This factory has the capacity to provide all of the UK with its paint, and we do it in such a sustainable, technological way that we're really interested in getting that message out. What AkzoNobel did when they built the factory is to kind of cherry pick all the best technology from around the world and put it right here in Ashington. The other part of that for us is that it's really important that we are sustainable. We want to be here for hundreds of years as an employer in the area, but also as a manufacturer of paint, so that we are kind to the environment. We love Northumberland, we want to make sure it stays as lovely as it is.
So look who we found, the lovely Jules and Carol. Hello.
Hi. Well, we're having a little bit of a plant giveaway, so we're growing some herbs for the children. We've got some compost so they can take them home and grow them on their windowsill, and then they can eat them, so they're all edible. Yeah.
So tell us about what you've got going on here.
Well, it's a bit of decoupage, but yeah, it's just decorating jam jars, recycled, some serviettes.
So clever. Was this with of some sort of napkin or
We did a climate change workshop, all on my smartphone, so I'm hoping to get some people interested and come down to NCV to do some activities for their mental health and do some photography.
Wow, so that is a great way of, we're talking about sustainability, talking about, you know, using your napkins, serviettes to decorate.
I thought, well, if I'm coming to an event like this, I'll prepare some little simple notes about what you can do in a house to make it better, cheaper, less energy.
Family hubs, let's find out what they're all about. Hello. Hello. So your family hubs.
Yes, we're the family hub.
Tell us about what you do.
So we work with children and families within the Ashington area. We also work in Bedlington and Newbegin. And we do, one of the main things that we do is stay and play sessions. So children 0 to 5 can come along, have a chance to play with things that they might not have a chance to play with at home. And we do things like after school clubs, we have send groups, support groups for some parents. So yeah, we do all sorts of things like that.
Something's caught my eye. Something pretty has caught my eye. It always does. Look at this. This is absolutely gorgeous. So is this all of your handiwork, all of this here?
Yes, so everything you see on the table is made from anything you find around the house.
Wow.
Apart from a few beads and things like that, which obviously you have to buy, but everything is handmade at home. And my art is it's my passion now. I love painting, and I only paint. I don't draw. I just paint.
Is it freehand paint?
Yeah, just freehand.
Drawn to the feather one straight away. That feather is just so calming and spiritual almost. It feels something about it, and then the balloons, the colours.
It's spiritual when you're actually painting. It's such good therapy. I've only painted for 2 years. I never picked a paintbrush up before that, ever, not even at school.
So as you've said, I'm from Citizens Advice Energy team, so we're all about sort of saving people money where possible through their bills. We've got loads of leaflets, all that sort of things about how to save sort of money. So, you know, sustainability, you know, hand in hand, the easiest way to sort of sell it, it saves you money, you know, using saving using the kettle more efficiently. It's going to be more sustainable for the environment, but also it's going to save you money. That's the sort of the best way we think we can reach people.
So I've heard loads about Full Circle Food Project. I'm going to find out more today though. Sarah, tell us what you're all about.
I'm so excited for every opportunity to tell you about what's going on at Full Circle Food Project. We're a really local charity, we're really small, and we're based in Hirst Park in Ashington. So we're really excited to be joining in today and finding out loads about what's going on in Ashington with all of our friends, all of our connections, all of our partners. They show people how you can make the most of your food, trying to tackle food poverty in various ways. So the ways we do that is we have a teaching kitchen where we teach people how they can make the most of their food on a budget. We do things like fakeaways, so we can do lovely pizzas, burgers, that kind of stuff. It's not all boring salads and that kind of thing. We'll have a community allotment where we teach people how they can grow their own food at home. So even if you've got a windowsill, there's something you can grow. You don't have to have a huge allotment or a big yard or anything like that.
So we've got Brian Shotton here, who is the centre manager at Hirst Welfare Centre.
But overall, it's something that offers something for everyone, and I can't forget we've got a full service nursery here as well. We're certainly working hard to offer people in this part of Ashington, and not just this part of Ashington, the wider area of Ashington, a facility that's something to be proud of that we can take into the future.
Oh, it's always one of our favourite things to make. Goes down a treat with kids as well. So you can make your own pizzas from scratch really, really cheaply, and it's loads of fun as well. So it's something you can get the family involved with. You can make more out of your money, make your own personalised pizza if you're a bit artistic, maybe a different colour in there, make some faces, all that kind of stuff.
This sounds such an exciting project. How long have you been going for?
Well, Full Circle Food Project is an Ashington born and bred charity. We actually started in Hirst Welfare about 10 years ago. It's a project with Benicia to try and help people cook on a budget who are living in social housing. And we've just kind of put our roots down in Ashington and just grown and grown and grown from there.
So I've managed to catch hold of Sharon for a few minutes because it's a very, very busy day. So Sharon, this is the first of its kind, I believe, an eco fair for Ashington. How did this idea come about?
The idea come about when councillors did some carbon literacy training, and part of that carbon literacy training was to pledge to do something that would encourage fighting climate change. And one of the things was raising awareness through doing an eco-fair.
So we've come outside now to see what's happening with the eco-fair outside, and I've come across green leaf, organic compost and soil conditioner. I've heard of obviously hair conditioner, but tell us what is about yourselves and what soil conditioner is.
So we're based in Bedlington. We've got customers that bring in green waste, so tree trunks and like grass cuttings, and then we've got the Lane Farm equestrian side of it with the manure. So we put that all into a mix, we shred it down so it's fine, and it takes about 17 weeks to sort of fully develop. It gets to a high temperature, and we keep turning it throughout, and then at the end of the 17 weeks we've got these windrows absolutely full of compost. Conditions because of the nutrients that's in it from everything we've shredded into it. It's actually PAS 100 certified as well, which is a really tricky certificate to sort of get a hold of.
So of course this has caught my eye. Something pretty, as I say, always catches my eye, and this is Northumberland sea glass. Hello.
Always been drawn to the coast and started collecting things on my walks during the beach, and then started making these pictures and little key rings and everything, and here we are, yes. It's all coming from local Northumberland beaches. Try to find a more pebbly beach. Camas is really good, for example. New Biggin isn't bad, so southeast Northumberland is perfect for sea glass actually.
Looks a little bit like that labradorite, you know, labradorite stone.
So since 2020, late 2020 I established. So
absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you.
Cute. There's been quite a few through. The hall's been really busy. We've got lots going on outside. And hopefully a lot of residents are benefiting from all the information they can get.
So I've come across Jeff of Coast Radio. Jeff, what's going on with this Coast Radio and Dulux?
Well, we're at the Dulux stand here, and Dulux have very kindly sponsored Coast Radio in the DAB in southeast Northumberland, so I'd just like to say thank you to Dulux. I wanted to say on behalf of Coast Radio, thank you very much to Dulux for sponsoring us. We're now in DAB, and thank you very much.
What a great partnership.
It's excellent.
Our local paint factory and our local radio station working together.
Bringing colour to southeast
I love that.
Yes,
Love that. Yeah, that's fantastic.
Lots of stuff going on, and DAB now gets us right across southeast Northumberland, and it's all thanks to Dulux.
And it's the only thing that's playing in our cafe.
Is it really? Oh yes, well I do the breakfast.
Mr. Jeff Hope has decreed that.
I do the breakfast show, so I'll have to do some requests for you.
Very good.
Yes, it's a working partnership, which is great. Sponsoring stuff in southeast Northumberland, working for the community. Coast Radio is a community radio station, and it's fantastic to have a partnership with Dulux.
Wonderful. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
So we're here at Pre-Loved and Pretty with Leslie, whose business it is.
I'm just passionate about the environment, climate change, recycling, repurposing, and I realise there are so many beautiful things that are here already that just get put to landfill or forgotten about. You can reimagine them, you can use jugs for flowers.
Like
or,
this?
Oh yes,
Bird feeders.
Yeah.
That's a great idea. Can we just get a look at these? So did you make this?
So I made that, yes.
How do you get the seed to stick in there?
So it's just a cooking fat mixed with the seed. Put a little perch in for the birds, which I thought was quite cute.
Adorably
and then
cute.
hang them in a tree. And,
have you got a few of them in your garden?
I've got a few. Yes, I tend not to feed the birds over the summer. They're really they need the food in the winter time. Because I think someone in the past has loved these, and it's nice to think they've got a bit of history to them.
Yes.
And wondering who had them and where they kept them. Yeah, I've got a story.
I work for Northumberland County Council as a senior waste management officer. I look after a range of different functions around the waste management service, including education. So in Northumberland, at the current time, you can recycle any plastic bottle, leave the lids on, that's great, paper, card and cardboard, tin cans and aerosols, make sure you kind of give your tin cans a little wash out, and also junk mail, newspapers and catalogues. Please put those loose and dry in your recycling bin.
Sarah, what have we got? This looks intriguing. What's going on here?
Now this is our new toy. This is our new spin the wheel game.
This is like being on a game show.
Yeah, it's very exciting. We're saying if you try and give some children some raisins, they don't want them. But if they win them on the wheel, it's quite the same. They love them.
This poor little guy here.
So this is little Rudy.
Rudy. He's called Rudy.
Yeah, and he's 14 years old at least. The reason we're here today is we're actually looking for volunteers to help us, because some of the woodlands that are within our patch, we don't have enough volunteers to go around and monitor. And what we get people to do is, where we've had information about squirrels, red or grey, we put up these little feeder boxes and we put food in here, maize, but inside the box lid we put little Velcro patches, and these are sticky, so if you touch it, it's sticky. And so when the squirrel goes to feed, it leaves a little bit of hair on the patch. And so what our volunteers do, once a week, for about an hour, they'll go around and look at these monitors, and they'll tell us whether they've been active, and if they have been active, whether it's a grey active or a red active, and then we'll take action depending on what we're finding. So as I say, we're looking for volunteers at the moment just to do that.
A little bit detective work going on there. Squirrel detective work. Clever. Very clever. Do I have to eat this?
Orange?
Orange.
You can grab yourself an orange. Something lovely and fresh for you.
Thank you. So we've got Philip of Wet Hen. It's an unusual name. I'm going to ask you how that came about, because I'm quite intrigued.
It's just a silly phrase, sort of like bedraggled, like a wet hen. It's from a Terry Pratchett book.
I wondered if maybe you had pet hens and been out in the rain.
That's a future plan, but no, just something silly and a bit unloved things turning into something.
Right.
All of the fabric is sort of reclaimed. It's remnant fabric or dead stock fabric. I'm a costume designer by trade, so a lot of this stuff is sort of offcuts from past projects that I just like to reuse. I don't like to throw it away. Textile waste is like one of the biggest polluters, so it's just nice to use all these scraps, turn them into something useful, relaxing to turn something into something else.
It definitely is.
Last year we only sent about 4% of waste to landfill, and that was the likes of mattresses and bulky waste we can't actually burn. But apart from that, all your black bag waste goes to get burnt for energy.
Got drawn over here by the scent that was wafting from Oramea. Pauline of Oramea, tell us all about what you've made here.
Oh, when I started the business in 2020, after a little bit of a bored period, started off doing wax melts first of all. I think I do about 70 or 80 different fragrances. I've then progressed to go on to room mists. I do little gift sets, car diffusers. I love doing candles. They're so technical and difficult to do. So that's my real passion.
I like
kind of selling fragrances. This one, it's called Relaxing Spa.
That sounds lovely. Let's have a smell. Ooh. Relaxed already. It's gorgeous. So, what are your candles actually made out of?
All the wax is soy wax. I was very aware when I started to do it. I wanted to make them as clean burn as possible.
Yeah.
And I've continued that on with the wax melts as well.
Yeah. So busy in here today. It's such a good turnout. I've come across Mark Ellis, and I can see behind you Northumberland Line.
Northumberland Line is kind of our little pride and joy. The line opened in December last year. Today we've been helping to celebrate that we've carried 250,000 people since the line opened back in December. We've got 3 stations open, one here in Ashington and stations at Newsham and Seaton Delaval. Been really popular. The numbers of people who've travelled on the train are higher than we anticipated. There's still 3 stations to open at Blythe, Bebbside, Bedlington and Northumberland Park, which will happen later on this year. And we're really looking forward to welcoming more people on the trains when the new stations open. Today's been very busy. We've had a lot of questions about the line today and about bus services as well in South East Northumberland, so it's been a very positive day for us.
What sort of things can we do in regards to cooking?
Well, cooking is sometimes a difficult thing, but cook a large amount slowly. Use the least heat that you need. If you want to bulk cook, which is using tins that are nearly out of date, food that's been left over, it means you can cook a batch of it, a whole batch of it, and eat what you need, and then freeze the rest.
Most of it's gone now. Most of it's gone. You had loads of cakes earlier on. Did you make them all yourselves as well?
Yeah. I've been demonstrating the air fryers. So I started off by making batches of Yorkshire puddings. Some of them had stuffing in the middle. So that was the idea. Was I was going to bring the air fryer, but ended up just saying they were made batched in the batch cooked. The cakes were batch cooked, but they weren't done in the air fryer.
What have you got in that smoothie then?
It's got banana, kiwi fruit, apple, pear, broccoli, and spinach. The idea was that what we were talking about was food waste.
The thing is as well, food waste is costing money. So basically, if you look after the food that you're buying and using it, the money's in your pockets, not in anybody else's. It's in your pockets.
It's getting extra busy in here. I've decided to take a little sit down next to Mortal Fools, is it?
Yeah.
Ladies, tell us what's going on here at Mortal Fools. Tell us all about yourselves.
So we're Elle and Amy, and at Mortal Fools we do lots of youth theatre and creative learning activities with children and young people up to 25.
Are you based here in Ashington or?
Yeah, so we're based in Ashington. We run weekly sessions at the Family Hub just across the road, and we also run different projects around Northumberland as well.
And how long have you been established for?
So we've been established for I think about 12 years, but we've been here for about 3 years now. So I'm the marketing assistant for Mortal Fools, and Amy's one of our lovely guest artists.
You see this one over here?
Oh, yeah.
Did you make this one?
Yeah, this was one I made earlier. She's a bit worse for wear now, but you kind of get the idea.
Hang on. I think that should be Blue Peter. Here's one we made earlier. They normally say that. Remember Blue Peter?
So this is a paper chain, and the young people have been adding their own designs to them, and hopefully we'll get quite a few and we can hang it somewhere, reuse it for different events as a decoration. I'm just thinking.
Might make good earrings. Good earrings, maybe.
One of the little ones said that before, actually said, oh, they look like earrings.
Yeah. So from the 31st of March 2026, that's next year, national government are bringing in a thing called simpler recycling, and that's going to mandate every local authority in England to collect the same range of materials from curbside. So for Northumberland, that means we're going to be collecting glass, pots, tubs and trays, Tetra Packs, amongst other items.
So we've got Claire of Hedgley Honey and Northern Ark Nursery. You can smell off the beeswax, I'm assuming. Are they already scented or?
No, it's all natural. It's just the lovely natural smell that doesn't go away.
Do you have your own beehive? Are you an actual
partner, yeah, my partner is the beekeeper. Yeah.
Lovely. Sounds fascinating. So you've made all these, I take it, as well?
This lady makes all the candles.
You made all these candles?
I pour them quite quickly. It's what takes longest is waiting for them to set.
To set, does it?
Yes, I'm very impatient in the number of candles that I've ruined by trying to open them. But you're looking at about 4 hours for something this size to set.
And how has today went for you? Is this one of your first eco fairs that you've done? Or?
Yeah, it's the first one. It's been really nice.
And has your business been up and running for a while, or is it something new?
We took over the nursery 2 years ago. And the honey business has been running since 2008.
I think it's been excellent. It's always tough when you establish an event, so I think the Town Council have done a brilliant job, obviously working alongside all the partners who have came to be part of the event, so I think it's been brilliant. And obviously as part of the Hirst Welfare Centre, we're proud to have hosted it.
It's really sweet and light, it's beautiful. Gorgeous on yoghurt or porridge.
That is, you can taste how That is pure honey, isn't it?
Yeah.
Some of the honey you get from, say, a supermarket is
Yes.
very sweet, and you wonder what they've put in it as well, but that is.
From today, I've realised there are a lot of businesses, companies, community groups are already looking towards tackling climate change.